Welcome to Darktide, a perfect game with zero flaws. You might be asking yourself, what is a Darktide, or maybe even what is a Warhammer 40k? Lucky for you, I've educated myself just for this video. Warhammer 40k is a sci-fi fantasy setting with a surprising lack of Warhammers, all about one big boy known as the God Emperor of Mankind, but even though he is godlike, he's actually atheist, and extremely racist. So racist, in fact, he had like 20 sons for the express purpose of wiping out any life in the galaxy that wasn't human. Unfortunately for him, his godlike powers couldn't stop half of them from having daddy issues, but instead of turning to OnlyFans, they turned to different flavors of Satan. The blue one is Zine, she's a fucking nerd. The pink one is Slanesh, who probably would have preferred OnlyFans. The red is Korn, and if you ever heard Blood for the Blood God, that actually came from this dude. Green being my personal favorite, Nurgle, the Chaos God of Florida. Eventually, old God throws hands with one of his sons, winning the fight but being put on life support after the fact. With the Golden Man out of the way, the Chaos Gods start having some fun, and finally, that's where we get to Darktide. Life is so shitty for humanity that some start worshipping the Chaos Gods, and this gives them a pretty weird glow up, and so far in Darktide, you fight worshippers of Nurgle. You're lucky you can't smell video games yet, because this would be a contender for first place on the shitometer. Darktide begins with you picking a class between average American, professional wife beater, schizophrenic, and large. For this, I made a new character named Gub Gub. Say hi to Gub Gub. Darktide is a lot like Left 4 Dead, but the only thing leaving in this game is your sanity. Watch as I actively lose mine.
Take the stairs! You need to group up! You ever got a bit of sinew stuck in your teeth?
No, I consume nothing save for my blessed rations. You leave me no choice.
That's the blind quit. Take your data interrogators to access the orange scheduler.
Another great thing about Darktide is the music, because when it gets too good, that actually means you're about 4 seconds away from getting facial reconstruction surgery, but your doctor has 8 extra limbs and doesn't know what they're doing, like everyone who went to med school starting in 2020. You beat the mission, get the loot, and do it again. It's a pretty simple game. But whoa, do you hear that beeping? That's my favorite enemy in the game! I think you can see why. Aside from the bugs in the game, it is genuinely fun, especially with friends. The bugs almost add a charm to the game, and bashing in the heads of sickly people with a shovel is something I only ever dreamt of doing. But thanks to Darktide, I can live out that fantasy. So thank you Darktide, and thank you for watching. 40k is a pretty dark setting, but at least it's not as bad as playing Yu-Gi-Oh! What do you mean the Yu-Gi-Oh! Video performed well?